Hotipu everyone. Today I wish to answer an age-old question, which is, what is spirituality? The answer is simpler than you may think. Spirituality is deep common sense. To be spiritual means you live a life based upon deep common sense. That's it. The key now is to define common sense, deep common sense very carefully. Deep common sense means you have what's called systems thinking. Whenever you make a decision or perform an action, you're always thinking, how does this action affect the systems around me and within me? Your body is a system made of subsystems of subsystems of subsystems of subsystems. You have a body with an immune system, digestive system, nervous system, then you have a cellular system, then you have a neural system, then you have an atomic system within that, and then you have a quark system. It goes on and on and on forever. We are humans living on an Earth, a system, an ecosystem, inside of a solar system, inside of a galactic system, inside of a universe system, systems within systems within systems. So when you think of this reality of your life, you are now spiritual. That's it. When you make a move in your life based upon how it affects the super and subsystems around and within me, and you make that choice from that space, you are what's called wise. You are what's called spiritual. You see these images here, this is a web, which shows that all things are linked. Each drop on the web is within a system of the web. Every drop is linked somehow to the other drops. This is a fractal image showing how all the circles are one way or the other connected to all the other circles and to the larger pattern of circles. Systems within systems within systems. So let's say you decide to become angry at someone and you explode emotionally at someone. Is that spiritual? Well, based upon our definition, spirituality means living my life with a deep understanding of systems. For you to hurt someone with your anger, your inner systems had to do something. You had to create the anger response. Let's break that down. The anger response is really, on a chemical level, it was a mental program, a mental image in your mind that triggered cortisol from your adrenal glands. Cortisol is a very toxic chemical in the body. You don't want it too much flowing through your bloodstream because it creates a legion of diseases: stress, high blood pressure, heart attack, brain tumors, indigestion problems, reactions in the body, fevers, insomnia. So in order for you to be an angry, mean person at someone, you had to damage your own inner systems. Is that intelligent? Is that wise? Is that spiritual? No. So anger and violence and bursting forth on people is stupid if you think about systems. Wouldn't it be wiser to respond in a calm, peaceful manner, a thoughtful manner, from a win-win perspective? That instead of blowing up, you can deal with the issue directly from a very calm place, from a kind of Zen space, what we call a Hetep space, or Zuhet space. You can see about Zuhet more on my video on Zuhet if you want to learn what I'm meaning in detail. So, if you think in systems, then you are spiritual. Deep common sense. Now, in case you aren't, in case you're reactive and you're harming your family system with your behavior, where the children talk back to their parents, well, that behavior disturbs the family system. When the parents aren't right by the children, That hurts the family system. When you're mean to your mate, that hurts the relationship system. When you are not doing your job at work, it hurts your career system. You see? Now, if you're not very good at this kind of thinking, what's called complex thinking, which is a fractal or complexity science phrase, there's a part of your brain shown here. These goddesses are all forms of the same quote unquote goddess. Her name is Nit or Sobeknit. Okay? She is the part of your brain that is spiritual. She will take you directly to spiritual living. She's the fastest way there. She's the queen of deep common sense systems thinking. It's the part of your brain that does that instinctively, automatically. Now, she's shown here as a weaving goddess. In Kemet, weaving is the same word as intelligent. Weaving is like webs or threads, meaning interconnections. If you want to be intelligent, you must learn how to think in systems. How things affect super systems, meaning bigger, 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 and subsystems, meaning things smaller within smaller within smaller. And to weave those connections before you make a move. She's a war goddess because she goes to war against anything in a system that's destabilizing the super system that it's part of. She will target it and say, you need to be fixed or you're going to be executed. And here, as the Queen of Crocodiles, Sobeknit, her most powerful form as the oracular goddess, the goddess of oracles. Sobek, these crocodiles are called Sobek, represents the principle we call Mercury, the planet Mercury, common sense. People ask me, do you have a word of power for money? I ask them, can you budget? Do you have an account? Do you have a job? The common sense questions. How should I open my third eye? Do you know how to meditate? Do you even know what a chakra is? We ask the common sense questions first. And then you think, okay, with those common sense answers, how do they affect the system I'm trying to engage? You see, she's nursing a crocodile, meaning she's tough. That when you deal with common sense things, you become tough. You get crocodile skin, tough skin. You make connections. You make the tough decisions that may not be so personally oriented. They think of you as a system and the systems around you, meaning other people and other things. So if you think with spirituality, deep common sense, or systems thinking, you realize quickly to pollute your water means you're an idiot. Because it means you're not thinking in the system's mind. You're not seeing if I pollute the water, I have to drink water, therefore I'm polluting myself. If you smoke cigarettes, you're an idiot because you're not making connections between that smoke, your lungs, poisoning people around you with the free hand smoke. Do you understand? Then you're not spiritual. If you are poisoning the air, then you're an idiot because you're not thinking systematically in systems. If you poison the earth, you're not thinking in systems. If you're into drugs and alcohol, you're not thinking, you're an idiot. You're not thinking of how that's affecting your body, your mind, your choices, your decisions, your thoughts. One last quick thing. Many people use the god Tehuti for wisdom and oracles. I do not recommend that. I've dealt with him for many years. He's very dangerous, I have found, because his name means double measurer, Tehuti. He can only measure two things at a time. When you want to find how two things need to stay in equilibrium, you call him, but life is complex, more than two moving parts, 3 parts or more, you call her. Tehuti's answers are often vague, confusing. They don't really result in what he promises you. You have to sell your firstborn child pretty much to get a crumb from him of a blessing. If you deal with her and ignore him for wisdom, you'll be far better off, far luckier, far more prosperous. May you all think spiritually. May you think with deep common sense. Dwawend Hotepu.